Welcome back, YouTube. Man, I was doing a little cleanup here because I had a huge mess. Every time I work, I make a big mess. Never fails. So I swept up. As you can see, there's no parts pile anymore. I'm getting ready to get this bad boy installed. I want to show you my brake lines. I don't have a lot of details on the brake lines, but I'm just gonna show you what I got. So these lines, they come in a roll just like this, and they are galvanized, double wall, zinc coated. These are coated in silver. They also have them in black and in copper. But this is how I run my front line. I also did this to the Red Rocket. Basically the same thing. So I like the front brake lines to be as hidden as possible. I don't like when they're in the front of the cross member. You know, I like to keep that part clean. So I run them through the back just like this. This is all one piece from here over, boom, 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 over. Now, I was gonna do something different, but I guess I got lazy. When I was building the frame, what I was gonna do is run the lines through the frame on the inside so you won't see them at all. And then here on the outside, I was just gonna run something to install one of these banjo boats. So we would have had like something like this coming out of the frame, and then you would just put a banjo boat right here. But like I said, I got lazy and it was just a whole lot of work, so I didn't do it. But this is where we're at. Bend this line all the way up. I'm gonna leave quite a bit of slack up top so I can connect to my master cylinder when the time comes. This is a 3/16 line, front and back. And this stuff bends super easy. It flares super easy. And you know, all of this gets covered. So I mean, I guess the step above this zinc coated line is stainless steel. Stainless steel is a lot harder. It does look better, I will say that. It's more expensive and a little bit harder to flare. You can't bend it with typical benders. You need a heavy duty bender for stainless steel. Basically what you would use to hardline hydraulics. So these are a lot easier to handle, easier to shape. And this is my back line. I ran it all on the left side. Some of y'all know that the Impala, or all these X-frames, they have the brake line over here on the right side. So I welded up that hole, covered it up really good, molded it in, and I made a new hole on the left side. And so I ran my line to the back. Unfortunately, I still don't have my back brakes. They're gonna be here soon, but I'm gonna have to wrestle those under the car because the plan is to have the body on here in the next couple of days. So by this weekend, the body should be on here. So I'm gonna have to wrestle with this brake line. I do have it in and it's tight here in the back. When the time comes, I'm gonna make a special bracket for that. So that's gonna be a whole nother video, and I can show you guys how to flare and bend these lines, but they're super easy. You use really basic flaring tools, really basic bending tools. These are the benders. And like I said, you can also bend them by hand. But you just gotta be careful when you're bending by hand, not to kink it. But if you go slow and you just kind of work it, massage it, you can get a really nice bend. You can basically get the bends that you see on the front. This is the flare kit, really easy. I'll show you how to flare when I do the back, the back brakes. Here's a roll of 1/4 inch. I didn't use this. I talked to my buddy at Last Minute Customs. Shout out to those guys out there, Mark and Tim. I asked them if there was any benefit of running a bigger line to the back, and they said no, it's actually the opposite. So you want to keep everything 3/16. This is a 1/4 inch. I didn't use it, but I guess I can show you how easy this stuff bends. It's kind of hard to do it with one hand, but I mean, it's real simple. Super simple. Anybody can bend these lines. These benders here, it came with the whole kit. I will put a link in the description. I didn't buy it on Amazon at the time. I bought the whole kit from eBay, but now they're on Amazon and you can get them delivered the next day. So I don't know if I'm gonna be able to pull this off with one hand. Probably not, maybe. 1/4 inch here. I'm just gonna do a simple bend so you can see how easy this stuff bends. I'll give you a nice clean bend. Easy. Super, super easy. See, it gives you a nice bend, and you can bend it any which way you want. And to flare these things, it's really soft, so you're not struggling with the flare, and the flare seals really well. So I'll put a link to this stuff in the description. Really easy. And when I do, again, I'll repeat, whenever I do these brake lines in the back, I'll show you how to flare them and how I'm gonna run these brake lines. I have to run them in front of the cross member, basically. I mean, in front of the third member, to avoid, you know, them getting pinched under here. So man, onto the motor. I got my hoist here. I do have to change the jack. I was having some issues with the jack, so I'm about to change this jack, and I'm gonna pull this motor away from this wall. I'm gonna get it in the air. I'm gonna drain what's in the pan, the transmission pan, so we can install our new filter, new gasket, and our chrome shallow pan. So I'm about to do that, and after that we can go ahead and get this thing in here. So I'll bring y'all back. All right, YouTube, I got my intake off. I just take it off so these things won't hit the intake. The intake is plastic and I don't want to crack it. So I got this thing high enough to where I can drain what's in the pan. So here's the new pan. It's a shallow pan. I will put the links for the part numbers on this in the description and where you can buy it. This is a 6L80 transmission, and this is the pan that comes on the cars. So the Chevy SS, Pontiac G8, Camaro, and I think there's another one, I'm not sure what it's called. But this is the gasket for it. It does not use any kind of sealant, which is wonderful because you know how messy that can get. And you have to change the filter for the shallow pan. So I'm about to get that sucker off and drain it. Go ahead and get this one in, and then we can go ahead and get set up to sit it on the frame. I'm gonna take a quick break, man. My wife's calling me to go eat. I'll give you one guess what I'm eating right now.
That taco eat.
Damn it, boy. Who guessed it?
Who that taco eat?
Who guessed it?
Cholula.
All right, YouTube. The shallow pan is on. It looks great. So I got a new filter, new gasket, new pan. Huge difference from the other one. So, as y'all saw, I use this oil pump extractor to get the fluid out. I forgot that I had this thing. I just bought it recently to service a GM transmission that does not have a dipstick. Thank you, GM. So this thing made easy work of draining this pan. So that avoided a huge mess over here on the bottom. So I was gonna take it off and I forgot, and I was ready to make a mess, and man, this thing made easy work. So I'm also gonna use this to fill it up. That's what I did with that other transmission that I serviced. It's real easy, real clean. So I'll put the link to this on the description. I believe I bought this on Amazon, so there'll be an Amazon link. Works great, recommend it. So there you have it. So now we're ready to drop this sucker in. I also mounted my transmission mount right there. Wonderful, looking lovely. Looking lovely. All right, so I don't have a whole lot of space here. So what I have to do is I'm gonna push this frame over a little bit. I have to open the garage, and about half of the back needs to stick out in order to maneuver this in here. So from here, back is gonna be sticking out of the garage. So that'll give me enough room so I can fit the hoist and all that in front of the frame. Man, that's next. I'm excited, so here we go. There it is, YouTube. The transplant went well. Everything basically fell into place. You know why? It's because of the mock-up. I'm gonna end up modifying that transmission mount. I don't like it. I really don't like it. And I had to re-weld the centerpiece. I had to cut this off and re-weld it because it was not centered. So it's centered now. So I'm gonna reinforce it and then mold it in. And I'm gonna paint it. I was thinking about chroming it, but I think it's gonna clash too much with the transmission pan. So just gonna paint it. Man, I officially don't have nothing else to put on this frame for now. So the roller is finished. I got no parts, nothing. I can't believe I'm saying that. Man, I really love the mounts. I love how they came out. You can see this thing is dusty. I'm gonna give it a good clean and then get it ready for transport. Man, I'm loving this thing. I do have all the part numbers for everything that I used to make this engine fit. They should be in the mock-up video, but for the new viewers, I'll go ahead and add links to everything on this engine to make it fit on the X-frame. So again, this is a Gen 5 LT, and that is a 6L80 transmission. If you go a few videos back, you'll see what I had to do to the floor to fit this transmission. It wasn't a whole lot of work. I just had to raise the tunnel right here. I think I raised it like 2 inches, if I remember. It's not a whole lot. But that's really all you have to do to fit that, and then get a different transmission mount. So I'll go ahead and put links for the oil pan, the transmission pan, that transmission cross member, the engine mounts, the headers, and the valve covers. Actually, I have some videos of when I painted the motor. I never uploaded them. I don't know why. I think I just got busy. But man, this engine has been sitting over there where I picked it out of since December of 2024. And right now we're in June 2025. So it's been sitting there just collecting dust, really. I had it covered with plastic and sheets and all that, but man, it feels good just to have that space back and have this thing on the frame. I've been looking about it, thinking about it, and the day finally came. So man, I'm real happy. I'm real happy, but I'll put links to all this stuff. Even this cover here, this is a vacuum cover. These mounts, ICT billet. Great. If you guys need any information of any of this, just let me know. And I'll put it in the description. Man, so next up, let's make sure everything's nice and tight and snug and ready for transport. And we're gonna go ahead and get this thing on the trailer, take it down to the shop and put the body on it and bring it back. So man, there's gonna be plenty of work. I'm gonna record, document everything. All the assembly on the whole thing. Top to bottom. that's it for this one, guys. So y'all stay tuned for some more work. Next up, this thing is gonna have a body on it. So appreciate y'all watching, man. I'll catch you on the next one.